everyone. It's me, Gassi Yunus. It will be my pleasure to be a part of your team for the next academic year. Today I'm discussing a statistics topic, which is the counting principle. Okay, what is the objective of the usage of counting principle in our life? Let me give you some small examples. Let me say that I'm having a team. I want to make it consist of 4 players, and these 4 players will be taken from 10 students. So I can make a team consist of 4 different names, like for example, Abdulrahman, Omar, Gasser, and Rida. Or I can make another team consist of Khalid, Yusuf, Omar, Gasser, and so on. So the counting principle is dealing with how many teams I can form from 4 players and from 10 students. Also, let me give you another example. If I have 4 digit numbers like 2, 6, 7, and 9, and I want to form a number consists of 2 numbers, how many outcomes can I get? It may be 36 or 27 or 29 and so on. Or I may ask you to find 4 different numbers. So it may be 26, then 67, then 79, then 90, and so on. This differs than this. What will show me how many outcomes I can get is the counting principle rules. So the counting principle rules is dealing with when I have an experiment, I want to see how many outcomes can I get. Like when I want to make a team consist of 4 players from 10 students, or when I have 4 digits and I want to form a number consist of 2 digits. So counting principle can help us how to find the number of outcomes I can get from any experiment. Let me add a tip at the end. When you have 2 outcomes, there may be a relation called the AND law or the OR. AND means that you are going to multiply. OR means that you are going to add. What's the difference between AND and OR? AND means that the 2 experiments are depending on each other. This needs this to complete. OR means that they are 2 different separated experiments. So counting principle, what it's going to do? It's going to help me to find how many outcomes I can get from any experiment I do. Now I'm going to discuss the main rules of counting principle. As we said, counting principle help us when I have any experiment and I want to see how many outcomes I'm having. We use the counting principle. Okay, so our counting principle is dealing with 4 main rules. Okay, every rule has its own hint. What's the meaning of this? This one I can repeat and arrange matters, and I will explain to you what the meaning of this. And this one I cannot repeat and arrange matters. And this one I can repeat and arrangement does not matter. And at the last one I cannot repeat and arrange doesn't. Okay, let me give you the rule of each one. When does it repeat? I can repeat and arrange matter. Only rule I use is n to the power of 4. I cannot repeat and arrange matters. I use n p r. I can repeat and the arrangement does not affect me. It's n plus r minus 1 cr. I cannot repeat and arrangement doesn't affect me. It's the n cr. Let me take each rule and discuss it with a small example. Let me say that I'm having 4 digit numbers like 2, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and I want to form 2 digit numbers from these digits. The rule I'm going to use is n to the power of 1. Why I'm using this rule? Because I have here 4 digits and I want to see how many outcomes I can get. I can repeat and arrange matters. Why arrangement matters? because 26 is not equal to 62. So that's why I can repeat the digits. I can do 6 for 2 times, and also arrangement methods. Why? Because 26 is not equal to 62. That's why we use n to the power of r. But let me tell you what's n and what's r. N is all of the digits given, which are 4. And r are the two digits that I'm using to 4. So n is always given, r the number of digits you are going to 4. In the second one, I can repeat and arrange matters. This case, you are going to use the permutation. What's the permutation? Permutation is something that deals with the outcomes coming outside an experiment. N, as we said, is the total number of outcomes, and R is the number of choices. And of course, I'm going to see a lot of examples concerning this part. What's the difference between this one and this one? Here, I can repeat and arrange, it doesn't matter. Here, I can't repeat and arrange, also doesn't matter. So the only difference between both of them is that here you can repeat and here you can't repeat. Let me give you a hint that will summarize this thing. You can repeat when you have identical or same things. Okay? And in this case, you are going to use this one. While when something aren't identical, you are going to use this rule. Okay? What's n? N is the total number of things you have. R is the number of choices you are going to pick. And as for C, we call it the combination rule. Okay? So these are the main rules for the counting principle. This one you can repeat and arrange matters, like I said this example. And the permutation, you can't repeat and arrange. Of course, exact means has its own value. These are two similar alike numbers. What's the difference between this one and this one? That here you can repeat, but here you can't repeat. But to make it easier, this is used for identical things. When I'm saying I have same books, I'm having the same bowl with the same color. In this type, I don't use this rule, but in this one, I'm going to use the things are different and arrangement doesn't matter. And these are the